Hi guys, Ray here from Man City Fan Chat. As suspected, trying to do a live stream on a train. It's not easy. I got like 15 minutes in and it went belly up, so I thought I'd do a quick video of today's news. So, three main things I want to talk about. One is Asia Tour in doubt. Number two, Everton fans' reaction to the news that DELPH is likely to sign for them in the near future. And thirdly, there's news that we've signed another youngster, DELAP, son of Rory DELAP, ex-Stoke player with those tremendously long throws. Okay, let's start off with this problem with the aeroplane. Now, we had this issue yesterday where the team were due to fly out to China, and apparently it was, I think the city said it was an administrative error that forced them, they couldn't enter Chinese airspace, so they didn't even leave. I don't think they left Manchester. So you think, okay, 1 day delay, okay, these things can happen. Yeah, these things can happen, yeah. Even with a multi-million pound organisation, well-honed organisation like Manchester City, these things can happen. It's life, these things happen, okay? But tonight we find out that it's happened again, okay? Now that's a bit of a coincidence. It's, you know, I don't think we've got a reason yet. I'd love City to come out and say what the actual reason was. Maybe that'll come out in due course. Unfortunately for us mere mortals, we don't get any news for lots of things these days. You know, some of the journalists might get some stuff, they might get some briefing at some point. It's up to them what they release. We get out, which is a shame. So we don't know the reason. Some people believe it's an error on the part of Thomas Cook, or as I now want to call him, Thomas Cockup, because if it is their fault, and even if it isn't, we'll still call him Thomas Cockup because they do that a few times. So yeah, so just move this around a little bit. So we were due to fly out to Shanghai tonight. It's not happened. Unforeseen administrative error? Don't know. So now that the idea is that they'll fly out tomorrow. So, you know, as I said, I think 1 day you can get by. I mean, the team were training at the CFA, I believe. They're on standby to fly out tonight. It didn't happen again. Losing another day, it's not ideal. You know, if they fly out Monday night, when are they going to arrive? The earliest they can fly out is tomorrow. So when are they going to arrive? They're supposed to play the first game on the 17th, which is Wednesday. So if they leave on Monday, they arrive on Tuesday, potentially. It's not great, you know, and then you can have tired bodies. I'm not worried about the minds, it's the tired bodies. And if you've got tired bodies, that can lead to injuries. So I'm not too chuffed about that. It's you know, as I said, the 1 day, all right, you can get by, but the second day, absolute cock up. And what will happen if, for a third day, I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but what if they can't fly tomorrow? Are they going to fly on Tuesday? Arrive Wednesday? Play again Wednesday? It's this whole tour could be a disaster, an absolute disaster. And I'm pretty sure whoever's fault it is, if there is some responsibility and accountability, that person will get their backside tanned, figuratively, because it is an almighty cock-up, and you know, for the second time, and it can put the whole tour in jeopardy. And this tour is probably worth millions to City from a financial point of view, because we're building the brand in China. We bought the Chinese team, and it's really, really important. 2 games in China, a game in Hong Kong, and a game in Japan. Huge importance. I don't think there'll be an issue going to Japan. I don't think there'll be a problem at all. But you know, that could be the whole of the tour down the pan. And as some wag said on Twitter tonight, let's go back to playing a place like Glossop. You know, let's play Glossop. Why not? So that's the first bit of news. Asia Tour potentially in doubt. An absolute cock up all round. Second bit of news, Everton fans seem to be warming to DELPH a little bit. Now, when I did a video yesterday about DELPH going to Everton, and it seemed like you had a lot of Everton fans were not too enamoured with the idea of Fabian Delph going there. You know, they just felt that it wasn't much of a glamorous signing, and it was quite cheap. And I look at it and say, well, actually, yes, he is cheap. But it's a cracking price for a 29-year-old current England international who played loads of games when we were doing the Centurion season. You know, he was our mainstay left back. Okay, it's not his proper position, but he was our mainstay for the season. Played was it 22 games in the league and 38. And even last season, where he fell down the pecking order behind Zinchenko, he still played 11 games out of 38 in the league, and I think 20 games in total in the full season. So yeah, as I said, I think they're getting a good player. And then now some of them are turning around and saying, yeah, actually, if we do lose that fella, was it Ghana or just a Gale, whoever it is, to PSG for 30 million, let's say, we're buying Delph for 8.5 to 10 million. We're going to make a fair bit of money. Same age, both 29, I think. And just like Delph isn't glamorous. But sometimes you need those less glamorous players. But look at Fernandinho. Fernandinho is not a glamorous player, but his value to the team, you can see that to City when he was injured last season. You know how we missed him a few games when we did get beat. So you know, these less glamorous players, the water carriers, so to speak, they are as essential to a team as a striker or a top midfielder or a world-class keeper. You do need different players in different positions who are excellent, and I think Delph will do a decent job for Everton. You know, he might not be able to cut it as City's defensive midfielder. We're at Everton, they're a top 8, top 10 team right now. Okay, they're pushing for a little higher, and I think Delph is solid. Delph is generally very solid, so I think he's worth persevering with. And it's yeah, as I said, more and more Everton fans are coming around to the idea that he's a solid signing. He's very cheap, and he's a winner. You know, he's won 5 trophies at City in the last 6 years. So he's a winner, and he's going to demand more from the Everton players. I think that's, you can see if you watch the Amazon Prime documentary, yeah, All or Nothing. You can see Delph, you know, that Yorkshire grit in the changing room, trying to G up the players. All these players who've got bigger names and bigger salaries and bigger careers than he has, or he can ever hope to have. And the way he, no nonsense, tells them, you know, to get their heads up and everything else. So I think he can be a leader for them. He's got that experience, as I said. 4 years at City, he's got some of that DNA in him now, and hopefully for Everton, he'll pass it on to their players and through the club. So I think that's a good signing for Everton. And final point for tonight is the story that City have completed the signing of highly rated Derby County youngster Liam DELAP. As it is these days with social media, he confirmed it on Instagram. So I don't think there's anything from the club. It was Liam DELAP. I mean, Liam DELAP's not, let's be honest, he's only, was it 16 years old? So yeah, it's a strike. Some information. He's a striker, Derby, and he was on Instagram. He's posted in the new kit. So you know, I don't think there's any chance of us misinterpreting that. And he's put a few words, and he said, "Buzzing to have signed for Man City. Thanks to everyone for the 10 years I spent at Derby. Can't wait for the new season." Because he's only 16, City will pay Derby some money. My feeling is it won't be a lot of money, a few £100,000. There might be a deal there, so there's bonuses if he hits certain targets, but I think the total package will be maximum £1 million. It's my feeling. That just seems to be the last few deals that we've done. And I've always said, I think it's a shame for the club that I've developed him. He's been there, 10 years? I said the same with Ben Knight, who'd been at Ipswich for so many years as well, that they are missing out on a player that, you know, in 2 or 3 years' time, Rory DELAP, sorry, carried away. Liam DELAP might be worth 5 or 10 million quid. And what have Derby got for him? Less than £1 million. So, you know, I still say I'd like to see a better structured deal for those lower league academy clubs that have developed players, and it might just be 10% of any future transfer fee. That might be a decent way to do it, as well as some money. But anyway, there you go. That's the headlines for today. I mean, sorry about the live stream, guys. You know how it is. It's just the way it is. You know, on the train, they don't let you use the Wi-Fi for streaming, so that's gone. You got to use your phone. Driving, you know, going through the countryside, you do lose your connection. It's just the way it is. Sadly, that's the way it is. But anyway, I'll be doing the live streams this week down in London in the flat, and got Wi-Fi there, so no worries, guys. Anyone new to the channel, if you haven't already subscribed, it'd be fantastic if you could do so. Just hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out, and yeah, try and join us on the live streams. I'll try and do again a couple of live streams every day, an afternoon live stream, short one about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, focused on Man City, focused on football, and one usually around 9 o'clock in the evening, which is about, try to be an hour, get it to be an hour long, which is focused on nothing specific. You know, we're still going to talk mostly Man City, but we talk other football teams, talk football in general, we talk cricket. We're going to talk cricket tonight, if the stream has lasted long enough. We talk other sports, boxing, Formula 1, whatever, and life in general. So hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, notified as soon as new videos come out, and we'll see you around, please.